Alrighty, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through this morning and spending Saturday with us. I do appreciate the sacrifice, and I promise that over the next 40 minutes or so, I'm going to make it worth your while. We definitely aim to do that in every one of our presentations. Welcome to all of you as well who've tuned in from around the country. I've got messages throughout the morning alerting me to the teams that are watching all over the country this morning. I think the most interesting one was out of a place called Geduld, which is just outside Springs. So I'm quite excited about that. Team, shout out to you guys. But we've got guys down in KZN, Eastern Cape, Free State watching this morning, and down in the Western Cape. So it's very, very exciting to see how many people are watching us, and I hope that I can kind of give you a sense of excitement by the end of this presentation as well as to what we're doing. But let's start by saying that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. We are part of a far greater listed and licensed life and short-term insurance company in South Africa. Constantia was first founded in 1952, so this is its 66th year of trading. So you might not have heard of us, but we are not new. This is not the latest trend to have blown into South Africa that'll take all of our money and then exit. This is a long-standing, nearly 7-decade-old insurance company that you are sitting in the halls of this morning. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider as well. That's just one of our FSP licenses. Go away and do the research. Go away and dig around. You will find everything. Constantia is a public company. We just recently released our financial statements. You can go onto our website and find reports from the directors and the CEOs and the shareholders. And of course, you can find us on the JSE's website under Conduit Capital and on the FSCA's website. We are a public company. And so we hope that we give you a sense of confidence that not only do you know everything about us, but that we are very real. We're made up of real people with real offices. We're not an online company only from China or Russia or America or something where you don't know where anybody is. You can't pick up the phone and call them. Here at DuePoint, we've got a client service team that's here from Monday through Friday. You pick up your phone and you give us a ring and you're in contact with us. You can also visit us Monday through Saturday and meet the executive team. Here it is here. We have us in beauty order. I am the most beautiful, and then it goes down from there. My name is Brendan Benfield. I'm the senior executive here and the founder of this division, and you can walk into this office Monday through Saturday, as you can see, and meet me and talk to me. This is not something you can do generally to any other business. We are open and we are real, and we want you to trust us because we are doing a very important thing here. At DuePoint, our primary objective is to put into the hands of every South African a tool that they can use to create wealth. Now, wealth is very different from anything you've done up until now. Up until now, you've had a job. That does not create wealth. You have tried to sell things. So you've gone to other direct selling companies and you've had to sell a physical product. That does not create wealth. Why does it not create wealth? Because then every month you have to return to the same person and beg them to buy the same thing again. And if they don't, or if you're sick, or if you don't have time, there's no money. That's not wealth. Wealth is a recurring monthly income. It is there no matter what you're doing. If you can't do anything at DuePoint, you still get paid that month. That is a confidence that you can gain through us. It's a trust, and it is the ability to forecast. You now know how much you're going to get every month no matter what you do. That is proper wealth. We talk about, well, often on the internet you see the term financial freedom bandied about. We don't even talk about financial freedom here. We talk about freedom. Freedom has many elements to it, one of which is financial. We do all the elements here. Lifestyle freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. That is what we build, and that is what is wealth here at DuePoint. We create wealth for South Africans. By creating wealth for South Africans, we're going to unplug us out of our current crisis. In South Africa, we've got a couple of things going on. We've lost control of our income as South Africans. We no longer earn an income that we can control. You can't go to your boss and ask for increases or promotions. But you also can't stop the devaluation of our currency. Our currency is devaluing at an incredible rate, which actually means we're getting poorer on a daily basis. The second thing is that we can't control our economy. Prices are rising out of control. We've had 6 petrol price increases this year and a VAT increase. They're going to try and soothe us now with a price decrease, I think, on petrol. But nobody gave us 7 raises this year to cover those cost increases. We didn't get them. And so we became poorer 7 times this year, not to mention the 20 or 30% devaluation in our currency. We're in a crisis as South African individuals, and no one's coming to our rescue. No one. We do not see even our politicians standing up on the podium telling us how they are going to fix our economic position. What do we see them saying? They get up on their podiums and they say, if South Africans are struggling with the petrol price, they should buy new cars that are more fuel efficient. Hands up who can walk out right now and just go buy a new car. You know? Do you know what happened in the French Revolution? Marie Antoinette, if I remember correctly, said when the people came to her and said, you can't tax us anymore, she said, well, if they can't eat bread, let them eat cake. You know what happened to her? The people chopped their heads off. So what do you think is going to happen to the politician that gets up at the podium and says, if you don't like the fuel price, go out and buy a better car? He's going to get his head chopped off. That's the position we're in as South Africans right now. And we have to have a solution. We have to have a solution. It has to be one that we control. We as the South Africans control. That is what we believe we have created here at DuePoint. What we also try and do at DuePoint is we try and get South Africans included into the financial services sector. It's the largest sector of our economy these days, but it is also the most regulated. And as a result, very few South Africans are involved. We believe that in our system, we have allowed South Africans back in to be able to actually participate and benefit in this massive segment of our economy. Those two things put together, and we created what we call the DuePoint system. It's the reason why you're here this morning. The DuePoint system is where you as an individual get to contract with us here at DuePoint as a wealth engineer. You're going to engineer your wealth with us here. We ask you to do one thing. We ask you to connect South Africans to us. We do not ask you to sell a single thing. We are not in the business of selling goodies here at DuePoint. We're not in the business of advertising. You don't have to advertise anything. You don't have to advise people on financial products. None of that exists. We ask you to do just one simple thing. We want you to go out and find as many South Africans as you can and connect them to DuePoint. By doing that, you allow us as the insurance company now to have a greater market, a greater audience. And through that greater audience, we as the insurance company are then able to sell our products and create a greater revenue. And it is from that greater revenue that we're able to create a recurring extra income for you. Guys, you're not going to quit your jobs this morning to become a wealth engineer. That's not what we do here. This is a tool. You're going to pick it up. You're going to add it to your life. And you're going to start building your wealth in addition to whatever you do in your normal daily life. Okay? This will become extra income. And it is there every month because all of our products are debit order based products. And none of them expire. They don't go bad. We don't battle to deliver them. They're financial services products. So they are instantly there. They work correctly every single time. And no matter what you're doing in any given month, our debit order system will raise the debit orders and your income will come in. It means that you are responsible for a single connection to us with each individual. You are not running back to your friends to beg them to buy every month. You connect them to us and you move on. And we create this flow of income that comes in every month after a single connection that you have made to us. We then give you the ability to start buying your time back. Every South African today is in a position where they do not have enough time. We know this. It is not a valid excuse at DuePoint because we built a system that takes that into account. Because we're a homegrown South African company, we understand the South African context. And so we built a business that works in that context. And through a system of leverage here at DuePoint, you're able to create teams. We call them channels here of individuals who are able to go out, connect individuals to us, once each for each individual, and create greater and greater wealth for yourself and them through our system, buying back your time that you've lost and creating a wealth for you that can be generated 24 hours a day. Nothing that we do in South Africa today creates wealth 24 hours a day. Absolutely nothing. You can be working and you know you're only paid for a set amount of hours. The moment you stop working, the income stops. You can be a professional. You know the moment you put your tools down, whatever type of professional you are, the income dries up. At DuePoint, the system is created and designed to create 24-hour-a-day revenue and potential for you here. We give you this system at no cost. To be part of the DuePoint system costs you nothing. There's no startup cost. There's no starter fees. There's no box of goodies you're going to buy or monthly admin or sales fees. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer at no additional premium. So today is not a financial risk decision. Too often, we are asked to hand our money over for the next thing. Buy the 5,000 Rand box of goodies. You start in a negative position before you've made a single cent. At DuePoint, you do not have to make a financial decision like that this morning. In addition, there's no particular educational qualification that's required. Every South African can be a wealth engineer because we don't ask you to sell. There is no, in fact, we contract you out of it. You are not allowed to sell at DuePoint. Your task is simply connecting individuals to us here at DuePoint and letting us do the rest of the work. So everyone can be involved. And it means that everybody is now in a position where they can start building an asset, a real asset, an asset that creates wealth, a recurring income. You see, you hear that term as well, bandied about on the internet all the time. Come here, start your own business, build an asset. Now you see, you can only build an asset if the asset is producing an income on a monthly basis. When it does that, you can now price your asset. That makes it an asset. It means you can sell it, which you can here at DuePoint. And ultimately, when you pass away, your channel and the income you've been earning off of it will automatically transfer to your children, and they will earn the income you created during your lifetime. They can make the asset even bigger if they so wish. This is generational wealth that we have created here at DuePoint. We are not thinking about the now. We are thinking about how do we become an economic solution for South Africa. That means we have to think generation after generation. What will you be leaving behind to your children? What? Your job? No. Debt? Probably. Any assets of any real value? Probably not. At DuePoint, you're able to create an intergenerational asset that will create wealth for the generations to come. We've also built the system in a way that you can be proud of it. Some people are afraid that they'll be embarrassed talking about something like this. Well, have a look around you, ladies and gentlemen. Everything we have created has been created at the highest possible quality and standards. We use the latest and greatest technologies in everything that we do, the best products in their categories, and we've brought the best people together so that what you talk about is true. What you talk about occurs. The promises we make are delivered so that you can be proud of what you do here, never needing to be ashamed to talk to your friends or family about DuePoint. We leave you with just one task here, ladies and gentlemen, just one. You just have to connect people to us. How do you do it? Well, there's 4 ways to do it. You can pick up one of our USB sticks. It's 170 Rand. It plugs into computers and TVs, and it has our presentation on it. You don't even have to do the presentation. Second way is you can come here, sit in our studio, as you guys are this morning, and be part of one of our live presentations. We run them every day, Monday through Saturday. Put your folks in here. If you're in the area, get them here. We'll do the presentation for you. And then the third way is through our YouTube channel. Now, this is the fundamental of DuePoint. Our YouTube channel has everything on it. Every single presentation we've ever done and every other video we've ever made is there, which means that we are instantly nationwide and instantly 24 hours a day. You can be anywhere in the country and you simply push play on YouTube and you've got us giving the presentation to whoever you want to connect to DuePoint. Our YouTube channel sets you completely free. Never again are you going to have to wait for a presentation. Never again are you going to have to attend a presentation. Never again are you going to have to drive yourself to a presentation. On your phone, on your computer, on your iPad, you click play any time of the day and you will see us ready to give the presentation for you. And then the fourth way of connecting individuals to us is through one of our live broadcasts. Every one of our presentations, including this one this morning, is broadcast live across the country. It's one button on your phone, one button on your iPad or computer, and you are live in the room with us Monday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday, every single day. We don't know of another company in South Africa today that is alive, engaging with its customers and its wealth engineers as we are here at DuePoint every single day. You could be in this building. You're stuck at work, you're stuck at home, you're in a different province, but you want to be live with us here every day of the week. You click that button and you're here with us. Those are the 4 ways you connect people to us. Through those 4 ways, some of the people you connect are going to catch the vision of what we're trying to do here. And when they do, they're going to become wealth engineers like you, and we're going to allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk are going to go out and do the same thing. They're going to connect people to us through those 4 mediums. Some will become wealth engineers, and again, we're going to connect them to you. And this process happens over and over again as your channel spreads out across the country. We then come along as the insurance company, DuePoint, and we facilitate the purchase of our products throughout your channel, and your income is born without you having to sell a single thing. Without you having to sell a single thing. Ladies, can I ask you to move down a bit? You can see we're filling up here like crazy. It's going to make life a lot easier for you if you move down. Fantastic. Good. Your potential at DuePoint is completely and utterly unlimited. You have the ability to do things here that you could not do in any other format. I am still waiting for someone to come to me and say, Brendan, you're wrong. Here's a format I could use to have greater and better potential than I have here at DuePoint. We stop nothing. None of you have a ceiling above your heads. You all know right now, in whatever jobs you have, there's a ceiling. For some of you, the ceiling's higher than for others, but you kind of know where you're going to hit and you're never going to get further. For all sorts of reasons. There's a ceiling to your potential. At DuePoint, the moment you sat down in these chairs, the moment you watched that screen, we took the lid off your potential, and you have now unlimited potential to create wealth and to change your lifestyle with us here at DuePoint. Now, having said that, what's important to know is we are a genuine insurance company here. We are listed, we are licensed, we are reviewed, we are regulated, we are audited constantly by everyone. And as a result, what we produce here is genuine wealth. Now, genuine wealth is an interesting thing. Genuine wealth comes with costs, okay? We said there's no financial cost, but there's got to be a cost. And the cost, the price you pay for wealth is time. Now, this is the thing that most South Africans are unwilling to pay. That's why we're such suckers for the next get-rich-quick scheme, are we not? Comes on your WhatsApp groups, comes on Facebook. Oh, I'll have you on 250,000 Rand a week, a month, or whatever in the next 3 months. Just join here, just pay here, just here. How many of you know someone who became rich off of something like that? No, but we're on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and we keep thinking we're going to be there. Folks, none of those things are real because no one can make you rich in 3 months. No one. What we do here is we tell the truth, and many South Africans don't like it. They don't want to hear the truth. The truth is, guys, no matter what, we have to put time into creating wealth. There's no more freebies left in South Africa, you know it. All the freebies have been handed out. Okay, we got nothing more that we can receive for nothing. Now we have to build. We have to build. And here at DuePoint, that's what we ask you. We ask you for your time and your perseverance and your energy in creating wealth for yourself. And if you do that, if you're one of the few who accepts that, well, then we're able to start the process. And we start with the facilitation of the purchase of our products. That's where the wealth is born. We have 4 products. Our Access Wealth Plan is our first one. It costs 324 Rand a month. For 324 Rand, you get 2 independent products. Your first is your very own tax-free investment account, and the second is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. We take 100 Rand of your 324 every month, and we put it into your investment accounts, your money. And this means that before you've even connected your first person to us, you have already started creating an asset for yourself and your children with us here at DuePoint. Our second product is our Wealth Guard product. It costs 249 Rand a month, and for 249 Rand, you get R1 million worth of personal accident cover. No waiting periods, no maximum age limits. You could be 105 and take this product out, and no medical examinations and declarations. We're trying to get every single South African into DuePoint, every single one. Many are too risky. They're too old, too sick, live in dangerous areas, do dangerous jobs, and therefore cannot normally get insurance. With this product, everybody of every age and every risk profile is able to become a wealth engineer and create wealth for themselves and for you for 249 Rand a month. Our third product is our Family Wealth Funeral Plan. It starts at 299 Rand a month, and for that you get 2 benefits. The first is funeral cover. You can pick between 20 or 30,000 Rands worth, and you can pick whether you want 5 or 10 additional family members on the cover with you. The second benefit is 10,000 Rands worth of outstanding debt cover for the principal member. Who's the principal member? It's you. You took the product out. When you die, we settle 10,000 Rands worth of your debt so that your children and your family don't need to. This is a significant benefit, and again points to our objective of creating generational wealth. Our fourth product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. It's 299 Rand a month. For that, you get access to all of our suppliers. You become a member of our Buyers Club, where we have our 7 decades of suppliers attached to us, giving us better prices, vouchers, account managers, services, etc., 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 all allowing you to reduce the cost of your monthly expenditure if you use the product properly. These are active products. You've got to get out there and you've got to use them. Go and watch our training videos on our website, our review videos on our website, and our YouTube channel. Everything's there. I think this product alone has about 4 training videos that you can watch so that you know how to maximize the value of your products here with DuePoint. Now, that's just the products. How would we normally have sold those sorts of products to people in South Africa? Normally, we would have run adverts for you, wouldn't we? We would have had adverts all over TV, billboards, everywhere, trying trying to get you to buy these products, okay? That costs hundreds of millions of rands. I know, I spent 20 years in that space. Hundreds of millions of rands trying to get people to connect with you. How do we pay for it? We make you pay for it. We put it in the price of your monthly premiums, your banking fees, your car insurance, your funeral cover, any insurance that you might have or banking you might have. 30 to 50% of your monthly payment is the adverts for next month. You're paying the marketing bill. Now here at DuePoint, we do zero advertising. Zero. You will never see a DuePoint advert. It's probably the reason why you'd never heard of us before this morning, because we do zero advertising. What do? We use you. You go out and you connect those individuals to us that we would have advertised to. All right? By doing that, you now free up all the money we were going to spend anyway on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., in running adverts. It's all freed up, and we're now able to redirect it to you and your channel, creating that wealth. Now, we distribute the wealth in two ways. The first way we start distributing wealth to you is through our returns program. Our returns program pays you R27.50 for every product payment in your channel every month that payment is made, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment is made. All right, so that sounds very complicated. Super simple. This is how it works. You go out, you chat to some of your friends. Some become wealth engineers and pay for their product. When they do, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. You get 55 Rand for every product paid every month that it is paid for. So we get people who say, yes, but Brendan, elsewhere they promised me greater money. Two things to consider. First of all, do you think the elsewhere is real? Okay. Or is it just going to take your money? All right, there's a lot of that. Secondly, they generally pay you on the sale, don't they? So if you sell the pot, they pay you for the sale of the pot. But next month, you've got to go back to the same person and beg them to buy the same pot again. Okay, or the same perfume again, or the same pills again, or the same whatever it is. Every month you got to, because you might, here you connect once to us. They take a product, and every month the debit order raises, and every month the 55 Rand comes in. Very quickly, that outruns any amount of money you might have been earning elsewhere. But the person might take two products. That means you get 110 Rand every month. They might take 365 Rand. They might take 220 Rand every single month that they make their payment. 220 Rand every month very quickly outpays anything else in the country. And the other beautiful thing is you've got security. You understand where we are. You understand we're a listed and licensed insurance company that's been around for 7 decades. You know we're going to pay every month. I always enjoy it tremendously when I watch the chatter on WhatsApp and Facebook where they go, oh no, there's a delay in payment this month. You know, the FD's in China, or the system is down. One of the ladies told me about how the website would disappear for 5 days of this one particular company. None of that is ever going to happen here. The same day, every month, you'll get paid. You have security. You understand and know what's going on. Now, these folk go out, they chat to some of their friends, they take a product, make their payments, and again, you get R27.50 multiplied by 200%, 55 Rand. Look at this example. Everyone's taken one product. You've put 5 minutes of time in and a handful of people into your channel. You add up those dots, and you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 Rand a year. It's 1,000 extra Rand every month off of the back of that much effort. That much effort. And you know it's reliable, it's trustworthy, you know where it's coming from, you can come and see the office, it's yours. You have had the control to create that income. Put a little bit more time in, a little bit more effort in, and your channel will continue to grow, growing your wealth. Now at a diminishing rate down to the 8th point, but you have unlimited potential. Because from the 8th point on, you will always earn 4% of R27.50 for every product payment on every point in your channel where you qualify to earn. We do not stop you at 8 points. Is the camera, where's my camera gone today? I can see me. I can see me. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back right now. Give it a second. You've got to give it 2 minutes. Sorry, folks. I'm back. I am back. Here I am. I hope you've been listening, because I know you can hear me. All right, folks. So, unlimited potential. As long as you qualify to earn, you can make your channel as big as you want. Maybe you get to 25 points and you pass away, you give it to your children. Your children can then grow it even further, grow to 50 points or 75 points. All right? And your income will keep growing. Their income will keep growing. This is not an exercise in stymieing us, like where it says you can only earn to 6 points or to 8 points. Here, you have the ability to reach whatever dream you have set up. In your own minds, most of you have given up on your dreams. I know, in South Africa, we're good at that. We're good at giving up on our dreams because there's been so many circumstances to hold us back. At DuePoint, we say, doesn't matter how big your dream is, just put the time in and we will get you there. We do not limit your capacity. All right, but we do have to pay that price of time. So what is the price of time? Well, we've had enough years now to work all of this out. And we run on what we call a 3+2 growth rate formula here. It is an example growth rate formula, and we use it just to talk to you, to give you an idea of the type of wealth you can create with us. Now, some of you might say, I'm extremely busy. Absolutely. We understand that. That's why we use 3+2. 3+2 is very conservative. Some of you will do much more than 3+2. You'll be putting in much more people than what I'm going to explain to you now. But 3+2 says, in your first month with us, you are responsible for putting in just 3 people on your first point. You've got an entire month to put 3 people in. Okay? Every month thereafter, we ask you 4+2. Your responsibility, just put 2 people in every month thereafter. Every month thereafter, just put 2 people in. 1 every 15 days. This is not a big ask. We have people here over the years who've done many, many folds more than that. Some 20, 50, I don't know what our record is, 75 or something in a month. You know, we know what people can do. 2 is what we ask you for. 2 in the mathematics. Can you put 2 in? Then we apply all of our mathematics to it and we say, okay, well then what would your wealth look like over time if that's what you do persistently? You can't give up. You've got to put 2 in every month. Christmas, you've got to put 2 in. Easter, you've got to put 2 in. All right, you can't skip months. But if you do that, well then over time, we can start projecting your numbers. 6 months, and we reckon you'll be on about 2,500 Rand a month. 2,500 Rand every month, reliably, it's 30,000 Rand a year. All you have been doing is putting 2 people in. So some people go, Brendan, this is too slow. Well, then just put more people in. You're in control. Don't blame the system. Blame yourself. If you want to get there slowly, put 2 people in every month. I'm thinking about the person who's extremely busy and doesn't have a lot of time. Well, they put 1 person in every 2 weeks. Great. 2,500 Rand reliably every month from month 6 onwards. Not once off, but every month. Okay, it's 30,000 extra Rand a year. Now, if you can do 6 more months, let's put +2, +2, +2, +2 for a year. You're up to a year, and you are now earning, we reckon, you can reasonably expect to be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. That's 1 year. All you've had to do was 3 and +2, +2, +2, +2 for a year. And we reckon you're 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. See, they don't put that on your WhatsApp groups. On your WhatsApp groups, they never use the number 10,000. It's always 100,000, 250,000. I'm earning 600,000 a week, blah, blah, blah. Yes, we know that none of that is true. What is true is that your life would be completely different with 10,000 extra Rand a month, wouldn't it? Think about your expenditure list right now. What would disappear off that list if you could have an extra 10 grand every month, reliably, whether you work, whether you don't, whether you're sick, whether you're healthy, whether you're here, or whether you are away? That 10 grand comes in every single month. All right, I've got a tough crowd this morning. Saturday morning crowds are tough, Phil. They are. They're like, don't talk to me about 10,000 Rand. All right, fine. We'll do another year. Can you do 2 years with us? If you can do 2 years with us, that 10,000 becomes 27,000 to 30,000 Rand a month. All right, now I know that that's good because only 1/3 of South Africans earn more than 30,000 Rand a month. That means that most of you in this room do not, maybe all of you in this room do not earn 30,000 Rand. How many years have you spent in your careers? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years? Okay. And it didn't get you to 27,000 Rand a month? And then I say, look guys, you need to do 2 years. And people go, 2 years? No ways, man. My Facebook page says 90 days I can be rich if I do this other thing. Yeah, nobody's getting rich doing the other things, but I say, give me 2 years. 2 years of +2, +2, +2 every single month. 1 responsibility. You don't have to care whether they pay or whether they duplicate. I don't ask you for that. I just say, just keep connecting people to me. Lots of them won't pay. Lots of them won't duplicate what you're doing. Doesn't matter. You just put 2 in, and the math starts working for you. 2 years. 2 years' time. It's this Christmas, not next year, but the year after. And your Christmas present is 30,000 Rand. But not once, every month thereafter, 30,000 Rand. What kind of a Christmas could you have with 30,000 Rand? Okay. Is it worth 2 years' worth of effort? It must be, because you guys have spent 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years in your careers where they didn't pay you 30,000. And you're all going back on Monday too, aren't you? Smiling, happy, yes sir, no sir, for, you know. Come on. Come on. we've got to start thinking beyond this now. Can you do 3 years with us? If you do 3 years, it'll rise to about 45,000 Rand a month. 45 grand after 3 years of effort, not after 3 months, not after the first 30 people, 3 years. Okay? If you can do 4 years with us, adding 2 people a month, that's it, just 2 connections every month to your first point, it will rise to about 60,000 Rand a month. Okay? And we know that this is relatively true, and I'll say this averages, because we've had the years of doing this now. We know what the numbers are. Okay? And then if you can do half a decade with us, not 5 months, not 60 days, not the first 50 people, 5 years, 60 months with us, then we reckon we can get you, quite reasonably, we think you can expect to be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. 80 to 100,000 after 5 years. That puts you in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. You've gone from being in the bottom 2/3 to being in the top 0.5% over a course of half a decade. 5 years, maybe it seems like a long time, but you guys know how fast 5 years passes, hey? How quickly has this year vanished? It's been a horrible year. And it's like, poof, gone. It's already the 3rd of November. You know, I'm still, I think, in like March. And we're coming up on December in less than 4 weeks' time. It's mad. 5 years will pass like this. But you can also choose to do nothing over the next 5 years. The current set of circumstances you're in, are you happy with them? But you know what? The vast majority of South Africans will stay in their current set of circumstances, even though they're terribly unhappy. And you know what they'll say? They'll say, no, you must fix my circumstances. And they'll point in random directions. Government, education, business, charity. They'll point in all the directions and say, you must fix my circumstances. Folks, ain't nobody coming to fix our circumstances. Only we can fix our circumstances. And it is not going to take 5 minutes. It's not. You guys will have to commit to 5 years plus with us. But how great. Imagine it took you 10 years to get to 100,000 Rand with us. Would that make a difference if the rest of your life was 100K a month? Would it matter if it took 10 years? All your other mates would have been hopping from one thing to the next thing. Look at this new thing, look at this new thing, look at this new thing. And 10 years from now, they're exactly in the same position they were 10 years ago, but you're on 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. Why? Because they were laughing at you saying, you're staying with DuePoint, yeah. And then all of a sudden, you are way ahead of them. Are we willing to pay the price of time here at DuePoint? People are doing it already at DuePoint. We've got tens of thousands doing it already at DuePoint. Every month we put a handful of people on the stage. People doing well, people doing badly. We show you everybody. We put them all up. We're not hiding anything here. This month we had 3 people up. We had Millicent up with us. Millicent's been with us for 6 months, did nothing in her first 4 months. She was busy with life the other 4 months. Then she went, no, I've got to make some changes. In the last 8 weeks, she's built a channel that's worth $1,200 a month. In 8 weeks. Imagine in 2 months' time, beginning of January, you're getting an extra 1,200 Rand a month. It doesn't hurt, guys. That's transport, that's food, it might even be rent, you know, that you've now covered every single month. And she's only just got started. 8 weeks. What will she do in the next 8 weeks? Then we've got Lindo. Lindo's down in KZN. Big successful channel that he's building down there at the moment. Been with us for 4 months. And in 4 months, he's created a channel worth 4,000 Rand a month. That's the best part of 50 grand a year in 4 months. Remember I said it was going to take you 6 months to get to 2,500. He's got to 4 in 4 months. Why? Because he's putting more than 2 people in a month. Okay? He puts in about 10 people a month. All right? 10 people a month is about 2 a week. That's not crazy. Can you put 2 people in a week? That's not an unreasonable ask. That's what he's doing. So instead of putting 2 people in a month, he puts 2 people in a week, and he's on 4 grand after 4 months. It's a pure mathematical exercise, this. It's just put the numbers in. He doesn't care about whether they're paying or duplicating. He just connects them. Connect. Some do, some don't. Those that do create wealth. And that's what he's doing with us here. Then we've got Marsha and Roelof, run their own business, struggle for time. Roelof was managed to come and stand on stage with us. Marsha had to stay at home doing work on their business. Couldn't make it. But Roelof got up, and he and Marsha, over the last 2.5 years, have built an average income of 25,000 Rand a month. We don't show you what they're earning now. It's dangerous for them. In this country, it's dangerous. So what we said is, over the whole 2.5 years, they've averaged 25,000 Rand a month, but they started at 0. So what are they on now if the average is 25? Okay. What do we do? 2.5 years from now, if you were on 25,000 Rand a month, I don't think you'd be unhappy. I don't think you would come to us and say, Brendan, it took too long. You wouldn't care. You were getting 25,000 Rand every single month. How does that change your life? It didn't take them 5 minutes to get there. It took 2.5 years of building, 2.5 years, but they're only too happy. What is it like when you get retrenched, but you know you've got 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand that comes in every month? You lose your job, but you know you've got your backup income. Where's our insurance? Where's our safety net in South Africa today? When your job goes, it's crisis, isn't it? It's just absolutely crisis when you lose your job or get retrenched. Here at DuePoint, we're trying to change that. We're trying to put a safety net in place. Folks, you can go and look on our YouTube channel at all of our testimonies there. There must be over 100. You can go and see people earning a couple of hundred rand a month, 10, 20,000 rand, 60, 70,000, 100,000 plus. They're all there. They're all there. Go and look at the stories and decide for yourself what you want out of this life. Can you reinvigorate those dreams that you chucked in the bin again? Can you bring them back out again and you go, you know what, actually I can do this, but I'm going to have to put the time in. I know at DuePoint there's no getting rich quick. At DuePoint I've got to put it in because it's real. Will you be able to do that? Ladies and gentlemen, that is DuePoint. Everything you need to make a decision this morning, I've told you. Now all you need to do, if you want to become a wealth engineer, is go to our website, DuePoint.net, read the pages, watch the videos, understand what you're doing, and click join and apply. If you click them, 3 minutes later, you're a wealth engineer. Not a single cent having passed out of your pockets today. You're a wealth engineer. No box of goodies in the back of your car to go and sell. No paper application forms that you've had to buy. No starter guides you've had to pay for. You are a wealth engineer, and this afternoon, you can start creating wealth with us here at DuePoint. We've got tools to help you. You can pick the tools up at our information counter. You can order them from client service. The USB sticks with the presentations on, they're here. Go pick them up. Backup batteries for your phones. Everything you do at DuePoint happens on your cell phone. Go and get the backup batteries. Business cards if you struggle to connect people. Pads, covers for iPads, caps, pens, pins, everything you need to start the conversation. We've got them. Go get them. If you want, right outside. Prices are on the counter. Call client service if you want them. And then, folks, we're always trying to engage with you. How many insurance companies do you know talk to their customers on a daily basis? We do. We actually talk to you live every day. We engage with you, firstly on Facebook, every day. If there's something new on our Facebook page, follow it. Then you know what's going on at DuePoint. We're not an insurance company, boring Facebook page, ooh, new car insurance for $2.99. No. At DuePoint, we are wealth creation. We are the most exciting Facebook page on Facebook. We're the only Facebook page you can come to where wealth is created. Follow us, love us, watch what we're doing and get engaged with us every day there. On our YouTube channel, we speak to you live every day. Subscribe to it. If you subscribe to it and push the little bell button next to the subscribe button, then your phone will ping the moment we go live every day. You just grab the closest person that's got a pulse next to you, you pull them in and you watch this, shush, watch this. Connect them, connect them, connect them to us every day. We're in your hands. We give you a free app that you can download from any of the app stores, except for Windows. We don't do Windows, guys, sorry. But we do everything else. Download the app. It's free, like everything else at DuePoint. And it is your business in your phone. You now have a fully fledged financial services business in your phone. It's yours. Fully regulated, reviewed, audited. It has staff, systems, accountants, auditors. It has the whole lot. But you don't have to worry about anything because your phone does it all for you. Okay? Download the app. It is how you make wealth with us here at DuePoint. Do the training. Little tools button in the bottom right-hand corner. Click it. Watch all the training videos. Get to know everything about our business through that app and use that app every day. There's a wonderful training video that we recently did on every detail in that app. The app is incredible. Go and watch that training video. I think it's the second video. When you click tools, it's the second video from the top. It teaches you everything you need to know about this app. If you don't have the app and you don't use it, you won't create wealth. You will become part of the many who decide that they will stay in their circumstances and hope someone else will change it for them. Use the training, get onto that app with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we teach you how to do this business too. You might be going, look, I have no idea how to do this. No problem, we're going to teach you. Through our XP Rewards training program, we teach you how to do this business. We teach you from beginner to expert if you get engaged with the training. You don't have to. If you don't get engaged with the training, you're never going to learn anything. But if you get engaged in it with us, well, then you're going to start learning. As you complete steps in our training, we reward you with what's called XP points, experience points. The experience points are there to measure your maturity and your experience with us at DuePoint. As they accumulate, naturally your channel is going to start growing. And where you meet the two criteria of experience and channel size, well, then we rank you up. You can't be a beginner forever. You start advancing. And then, folks, as we rank you up, we start to reward you. In the beginning, it's a little bit of cash. As you get better, more cash. And then at about rank 5, we start to equip you with tools. Rank 5, imported lightning memory stick from the US, plugs into every single electronic device in South Africa and has everything you need on it to connect people to DuePoint. At rank 7, we give you a 17,000 Rand set of business cards. It used to be 12,500 Rand, but thanks to the dollar-rand exchange rate, it's now 17,000 Rand. It is imported and custom made for you, and it is gold gilded. It's not printed, it's gold gilded. Anybody ever seen a gold gilded business card before? It's quite impressive. It's like the first time you see a Ferrari. You're generally quite impressed. All right? When you pull these cards out, you will be able to connect individuals to us. You will find it quite exciting to have a 17,000 Rand business card in your pocket. We give it to you at rank 7. At rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us every year, for the rest of your life, we take you and your family away on a 1-week trip, all expenses paid, business class, 5-star. Every year, for the rest of your life. Do you get to rank 9 quickly? No. You don't. This is not one of those companies with the fireworks and the dancing ladies behind us that says you'll be rich in 5 minutes. No, rank 9 is a walk. You are all, what rank are you all on right now? Naught. But you will get there. Many have, and people are getting there all the time. In fact, we think we've got a new rank 9 this month that's coming through. They will get there, but you will have to commit to the task. How long will it take you? Well, let's see if it's worth it. Because if you do commit, this is what your Decembers will look like.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
I told you, Saturday crowds are rough crowds. I normally have people standing and cheering and all sorts going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we go every year. We went last year, we're going this year, we're going next year. 8th of December, we're all packing our bags and on the aeroplane this year. Who will be with us? Well, we've already decided that because it's a little late for you guys, but it doesn't matter. We're going next year again. And if you don't make next year, we go the year after, so you don't have to worry about it. What you need to commit to is creating wealth. This is the reward for creating wealth, and it's one of them. It's rank 9. There are 28 ranks currently mapped in our training program. This is just rank 9. It's going to take you anywhere between half a year and 2 years to get to rank 9 if you commit to the task. So don't get sad about it being 2 years. Imagine if your boss came to you and said, look, if you work for me for 2 more years, I'll take you away for the rest of your life. Would you work for him for 2 more years? You wouldn't think that was a long time. You go, 2 years? Sure, I've already done 50 with you. You know, and here we go 2 years ago. What? No, I need it in 3 months. No, guys, there's no such thing. You've got to put your heads down, do the work, and whether it takes you 6 months or 2 years or 5 years, it doesn't matter. We go every year and you can join us. Just make the decision. Make the decision and know you need to put the time in. If you can get to rank 9, you will go to rank 11 ultimately. At rank 11, you get your own car. It is not branded, it is not rented from us, it's not financed through us, and we don't give it to you and then take it away. It's your car. We don't build financial freedom here, we build freedom here. And part of that freedom is having transport. And in South Africa, that's a rare, rare delight. And we create it here as well. That's rank 11. There's 28 ranks. What is in the second 2/3 of our training program? Well, you'll have to find out. Go and do the training. And get there. Put the years in. Put 5, put 10, 15 years into DuePoint. And you will find all the things that are in there to create freedom for you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are showcasing DuePoint at the moment around the country. We've been to KZN, we've been to Eastern Cape, we've been to the Free State. We are up in Limpopo and Mpumalanga next, and Nelspruit. It's this coming Saturday, so in a week's time. Guys, I encourage all our wealth engineers around the country to book your tickets. I don't know if there's many left, but book them. They are free, but get them booked in now. Make sure your transport's sorted out, your accommodation is sorted out. We expect wealth engineers from around the country to be in Nelspruit next week, Saturday. Yes, Free State, Eastern Cape, KZN, I'm expecting to see you guys there because you should be building channels around the country, channels of wealth across all 9 provinces, and this is your opportunity with us. Start getting your plans together. It's going to be an incredible, incredible day. I'll be up there in Nelspruit with Jane next week, Saturday, so make sure you are there with us. The week after, 2 weeks after that, we're down in Cape Town. Again, get your tickets booked now and get your planning in place for that last event of this year on the 24th of November. Folks, after this presentation at about 11:30, I do every Saturday what's called a launch workshop. This is a workshop for only those of you who are interested in earning and creating wealth quickly at DuePoint. This is a workshop for people who are serious about changing their circumstances quickly. If you want to do that, if you want to accelerate your wealth with us here at DuePoint, please either come and sit back in the room with me or tune back in at 11:30 to be with me as we talk through an accelerated wealth creation program. If you're not serious about it, you do not need to attend. But if you are serious about creating wealth with us, well then join me. It's in 45 minutes time or so. I'll be back in this room and you'll be able to tune in live wherever you are in the country. So please return to this room and join me. So ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see that we are extremely serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. We're not mucking around. We're not telling you lies. We don't have fireworks in there telling you how rich you're going to be in 5 minutes. No. What we have created here, we believe, is the only economically viable solution for every South African. It's permanent, it's reliable, and it is more than financial freedom. It is proper wealth, proper freedom. We hope that you guys have seen that this morning. We hope that you pick this tool up today and get out there right now and start building wealth. There is no more time left. Get out there right now and start using this tool to create wealth. If you've got questions and concerns, it's quite natural. Come and ask us. Ask the people who connected you or talk to our client service team. But don't let those questions become a stumbling block to you changing your circumstances forever with us here at DuePoint. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live this morning.